Good evening and welcome to the Job Search Solution, the radio program where we talk about looking for a job, changing jobs, changing careers, hiring. And as always, we begin with a prayer. Dear God, grant us thy peace and thy mercy, thy will be done. And as we do every Wednesday evening, Rich Savinsky is going to be with us talking about uh, consultants in the workplace. He's got a real good topic this evening. He really knows what he's doing when it comes to that. We are going to spend 10 seconds being grateful. So think of 3 things today that have made you grateful. Go. You just can't be unhappy when you're grateful. That's all there is to it. So practice being grateful 3 times a day. It makes your day even better. Well, we've been talking about what to be careful of when you start a new job. And we're going to sum it up today. But what it sums up, the best way to sum it all up is to think about what you're going to say before you say it and keep your mouth shut. Be quiet. Don't say anything unless you have to, especially if it's uh, something that you don't have to say. Listen to others. Ask lots and lots and lots of questions. You want to recognize that for a long period of time, until people get to know you, you are going to be judged. Now, you may be judged unfairly if you say something that isn't quite right, and it's the only thing that people hear you say, then it's wrong. Then you find yourself again being uh, judged. You're going to be judged anyhow. Don't let anybody kid you about being judged. You're being judged for your first 6 months, maybe even a year, by lots of people in your organization. Remember that everything you say and anything you say can be held against you, will be taken out of context, just no need for it. So you've got to at least be careful. The best thing to do is to ask lots of questions to lots of people all the time, even when you think you need to make a statement. Think about the statements or the principles that you're going to communicate. Ask people about their thoughts and their ideas. In fact, if you do it right, you'll get a whole bunch of their ideas, and they won't necessarily get any of yours. If your ideas are essential and absolutely necessary to the whole situation, then don't say them. 60% of what you'll be judged by won't be necessary. And you want to present it in a mixed tone, in a tone that is not judgmental or accusatory. No matter how smart you are, don't commit to being a part of the organization until you're accepted, until you're known. A lot of people, most people, want to make statements when they first belong to an organization and they first come into an organization. It's not a good idea. They want to establish themselves. They want to appear to be knowledgeable, appear to be brilliant. No need for that. It's best to let people wonder if you're brilliant and then end up letting them find out that you are, that you aren't, by saying less. Say less, it'll speak volumes, but stay away from talking a lot and making commitments and statements about yourself, about what you believe, how you are, or anything like that. The more of that you do, the better off you are. When you're quiet, people think you know what you're talking about. It's just a given all the time. People will think that you know what you're talking about when you're not talking. So be of that mind. There's going to be plenty of time for you to know yourself and to prove yourself and to let your personality come out. Take it easy. Take time. Ask people about themselves. They'll think you're brilliant when you do that. And ask people their opinion. What you really want to do is have them walk away without knowing what your opinion is, unless it's absolutely essential. And always couch it in a way that it is non-threatening. People are going to try to get you to commit one side or another. They're going to get you to think about uh, to make commitments about how you stand on things. Unless it's absolutely necessary, don't do that, because you just put yourself either in their court or in somebody else's court, and that's what you don't want to do. You want to keep people liking you and keep people maybe very much wondering exactly what it is about you that they like, and that you leave them with very positive ideas. If you do that and you ask about them, you're going to do fine. If you don't do it that way and you start making statements and prognostications and all kinds of things to let them know you too soon, they don't see what it is to like you, and you'll turn them off. So just think about it. Relax, ask people about themselves, and you'll be better off. All right, we're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. This is Tony Bashir with the Job Search Solution.